Okay, next we'll look at how we actually manage data storage, both in DOS and then in Windows 9X operating systems. First we'll look at DOS. In DOS, we use commands that are typed at a command prompt. The most common command prompts are C for the hard drive and A for the floppy drive, although any logical drive in the system would have a command prompt. But a computer will almost always have a C prompt, and this is typically the root directory, although it doesn't have to be. Commands that we type at the prompt are, for example, to make a new directory underneath the root directory. We could type mkdir, which would be the long way, because all we have to type is md and then a backslash and then the name of the directory that we would want to create. If we wanted to change to that directory, we could then type cd and then a backslash and the name of the directory that we want to change to. We can type rmdir or rd to remove a directory that we've created. We can type tree, T-R-E-E, which will display the directory structure of a hard drive or a disk. Each file has what's called attributes. These are things about the file which identify it to the system, as, for example, read-only, or archived but not active, or that it's a system file, or that it's a hidden file. These attributes can be assigned to a file and changed with the attribute command or the attrib command. Unformat reverses the effect of an accidental format, or I should say attempts to reverse the effect of an accidental format. Should be very careful when you format, because unformat doesn't always work. If we have inadvertently written to a space on the drive that we have formatted, then unformat will not work. Path lists where DOS and Windows 3X should look to find executable program files. In other words, if we have a program on the system and we don't want to have to go to exactly where that program is to run its executable file, we can add a path statement which will then let the system know how to get to that executable file. We'll talk more about that later on in the training as well. Batch files are a series of DOS commands that will execute an executable file. So with DOS, we use the command prompt to type commands. In contrast, with Windows 9X, we use graphical user interface tools. The primary tool that we use with Windows 9X is Explorer. We can use Explorer to create a new folder, to delete a folder, to look at file properties, and even to modify the path command or to create batch files. These graphical user interfaces have simplified using computers and have led for more and more people to become familiar with computers and to be able to use them to their advantage. Next, we'll discuss how to install a hard drive.